just had this calf born about 20 minutes ago, less than that. It's a little boy, so a bull calf. And he is half Red Angus and half Holstein, and I have no idea how he turned out black. But he does have some red by his eyes, a little bit of red flecking. Mom's doing real good. She's a first-time mom, so she's called the first calf heifer. Hey, ooh, don't like a cat. Good mom. Good mom. She's gonna be a good mom. Calves usually stand up within their first 15-20 minutes of life, so I'm waiting on him to get up. Granted, it is pretty cold this morning, but he's working on it. He's got his head up, his ears are bright. His mom is doing her job for the most part, as far as getting him all dry and stimulated and clean. She just needs to try not to step on him, which with a little calf isn't always easy. But yeah, good morning. Well, YouTube, this happened this morning. At about 7 o'clock this morning, this happened. This is Hanna, and it's her little baby bull calf, about 5 hours old. And she's just trying to pass her placenta. Having a little bit more trouble than what I'd like to see, but doing pretty good. So far, Mama is milking great gobs of milk. Colostrum really right now. She'll do about 2 or 3 days of colostrum. Then she'll start on her milk. Yeah, she's a really good mom. Super protective, which is good and kind of bad all at the same time. She went after a cat this morning after she had this calf, so she thinks everything's a threat right now, but she's a very, very new mom. This is the first calf she's ever had. And to see that kind of maternal instinct out of a cow that hasn't ever had a calf before, I'll take it. She's going to keep them safe. Hanna here is a Holstein, so she's a little bit more prone to a thing called milk fever. It's when they're producing a lot of milk or more milk than what, say, a beef would produce to sustain their calf, which it's a bred trait. So, Holsteins do produce a lot of milk. So I'll be able to calf share with her, and that's the goal with her having a calf, is to keep him on her for calf share. It's when the calf lives with the mom up until a specific age where he can consume all of her milk, in which case then she will be either left in here inside, or he'll be left in here inside, and they'll have some separation time, about 12 hours. So it's usually what I like to do is I like to do it overnight. But we'll start out the transition by him being in a pen, in her pen, so that she doesn't get too upset and he doesn't get too upset. And then after a little bit, it just becomes old hat. But because she is a dairy cow or a Holstein, and she does have that more of a tendency to develop a thing called milk fever. She did get what's called a bovacalc this morning. Bovacalc is basically a calcium supplement. It's like a big bolus type situation. It comes in a little tube. It's all packaged individually, and usually with these cows, you'll give them one right after they calve. So she got hers at 7:25, I believe, this morning, and then she'll get one 12 hours from then, and that should help her with the whole milk fever issue. Try to keep her from not going down with milk fever. Cows can actually die of milk fever, so this is definitely a precautionary thing. It's something that I like to do preemptively, so that I have less worry about milk fever. I will be watching her though, just to make sure that those boluses took and she didn't need any more added calcium. If she does, I'll probably be giving her a liquid calcium, either in her vein, so IV, or under the skin. That's just if she's going to need it. You don't want to give them too much calcium because it can actually cause an arrhythmia in their heart when you're doing the fluid version of calcium. But this is mom and baby resting up. I'm going to check on them in a couple more hours and see how they're doing. He ate really well this morning, and so I will come out and check him in a little bit and make sure that he's still doing good and still up and eating, and hopefully mom has calmed down just a little bit because she is so super protective over her little boy. But it's good to have protective moms. I wanted to give an update on the calf that was born the other day. It's a few days later, and mom is doing really, really well. She's passed her placenta just fine. She's eating really well. She's producing a decent amount of milk. Still really early in her lactation, so she's only producing about a gallon, a little bit under a gallon right now, which is totally fine. But it's super cold here, so it's like 16 degrees outside, Fahrenheit. And so Simon, I named him Simon. We don't usually name bull calves, but I named him Simon. And Simon here has a coat just to keep him extra warm because it is super cold. But little boy's got a lot of energy. He's crazy wild, but super cute. What's up, Simon? In the background you hear Sissy. She's mad because I haven't given her any hay. There he is. There he is. Hi, Simon. You come say hi. Wild and crazy, wild and crazy. Gotta check everything out. It's part of being a calf. You gotta learn all your new world. Because you knew the other one for 9 months. And now he's gonna learn this one. He'll only be inside until he gets warm with his mom. Gives him a good chance to bond. That way when we turn him out with the beef cows that we have and the other 3 dairy cows that we have, that way he'll have a nice strong bond with his mom, and he'll understand what she's saying to him. That way if she needs him to come closer or go hide somewhere or something, he's got all that language already established. But she's doing really, really well. Her udder looks nice. Every time I come out here to check on him, it actually stimulates her to let down in her back 2 quarters. So these ones right here are her back 2 quarters, and every time that I come out, I usually milk her back 2 quarters right now. And then I leave Simon have the front 2, and he's done a pretty good job of keeping her dry in the front 2 so far. But I will be milking her out the back 2 quarters again. This also helps with creating a decent amount of milk for her lactation. It tells her that we do need more milk, so then she just starts developing more milk. But Simon he's very much a people cow. He's kind of in your pocket. He wants to be with you. He wants to play with people. When we have more calves, we have beef cows do anywhere from April 3rd all the way to June. So when we have those calves born, he'll have a lot more friends, his own species, to play with, which I think will, delight him fairly well. But I'm going to get this mama cow milked, Miss Hanna. I'm going to get her milked, and just giving you an update on how everybody's doing. She's doing really, really well, and he is a bouncy, crazy little man.